Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Brandon Bird, man. Just really want to get on here real quick. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a long video or not, but I'm gonna try to keep it real nice and sweet and a little bit shorter. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely really want to talk about. It's actually an older topic. I mean, a couple people already talked about it, um, but definitely just want to do my piece with it, and also just really emphasize what's really going on right now. Like I said, I already said a few share ago that there's a feud going on with Pan African and also the DOS movement. And I know a lot of people definitely is more awake and more alert than what they used to be. And I think there's more of not just being aware of white supremacy and everything else, but you're also being more aware about lineage and where you are placed and what you're identified as. I mean, because you got a lot of black, you know, like the term African American. I don't even like to use that word no more because when you think about African, the one thing there's really nobody that really just named themselves of a continent and also of a nationality. I mean, you really don't have that with any culture, any ethnic groups, or any racial group. They normally have their identification. They kind of already know what they're identifying, and you got a lot of African immigrants that is coming over here. Not just they are actual ethnic identifying like Nigerian, Kenya, South Africa, Egyptian, Cameroonian, Congo, Ethiopian, don't really matter, but they already have their nationality, ethnic, or they even their tribe that they self-identify. But we, as over here in the States, are descendants and products of basically American slave and child slavery, don't have that same claim. And a lot of Africans, a lot of African states were heavily uh, involved in the slave trade, not just in the European slave trade, but someone was also heavily involved in the Arab slave trade. Um, that is really currently still running as we speak. Um, but definitely, I'm really happy that a lot of us is now taking back what's the word actual Black American really mean. When you think about it, Black American, we are a very distinct group. Like any other groups that are black people that were descendants of slaves, they are a distinct group. You look at the Sidi people in India, that they come from African slaves of Eastern Africa, Horn of Africa. They come from slaves, Bantu, but and they have a unique position in India with a unique history. So I mean, same with a lot of slaves in the Caribbean. Uh, but they, in a way, they self took a colony and they identified to it. Now us, we're trying to do the same. Um, so when I say Black American, I'd rather say Black American than say African American because you think about it, there's 55. You got 55 different countries, but you probably got over tens of thousands of different languages. You got maybe tens of hundreds of thousands of different tribes. And the thing about slavery and child slavery, you don't know any of that. You have no coalition with what's going on over there in Africa. Now you do understand that is ancestral home of a genealogy, yet. But as a state of identifying and self-aware and what state of being in, you have no clue what it is. You have probably, like I said, you don't even know what the anarchy over there, the society setup is over there. You could be from a tribe that's actually still enslaved from a superior tribe over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's you gotta look at many different things, and but I'm definitely want to big up a lot of my Black Americans for really waking up and really seeing what's going on, especially with the Cynthia Ivar, I think Ivarius, something like that. She's UK. She's she's Nigerian, so she's like a Nigerian British, but and she wanted, the power to be, White Hollywood gave her the part. Now, they said the film director is a black American, but that don't really mean nothing. I mean, film directors really don't have the choice of who is going to be in the movie or not. Not only a producer or somebody who's head of casting calls, so like that. I mean, the film director rarely have any power in it unless he actually is one of the producers and he also involved with the casting call. But if you're not involved in those two process of trying to make a movie, you really have very little power. Um, so I'm really not gonna go too head on the actress, but as an actress and as an outsider, you playing a very prominent, very historic Black American woman that was a slave and fought against slavery. There's a lot of, and there's a lot of these our icons as Black Americans being given to people that's not American. They don't understand the really depth of slavery. A lot of them, you don't understand. Maybe some of them, their family maybe had connections to slavery. Um, Like I said, you gotta have money to travel to Europe. You gotta have money to travel to America. You know what I'm saying? You're going to even have some money to travel to anywhere. And if you're traveling, you know, there's a lineage and wealth that goes to that. So you wonder where you get your wealth and where you get your lineage. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, like I said, I don't think she shouldn't be in that role. But at the same time, I'm not going to support the role. If she's in it, I'm not going to support any role. If there's no Black American DOS in that role, I'm not supporting none of that. Because you're hijacking our lineage. You're hijacking our narrative. You're hijacking our suffering, and you're hijacking our historic claim to this country. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a stake in Africa. You could buy maybe some land, but you don't. But they know that's not. You're not their people. I know that's a hard word to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm very pro African. I'm very pro African, but I understand there's a barrier. There's a borderline right there that you would not cross over there. You know what I'm saying? So for them to not have the same respect that we would have if we go over there or anywhere and tell their story, it wouldn't happen. So it shouldn't be happening to us. And that's where I have a problem. And that's where I disagree. Like millions of others like me, we disagree and we have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be identified as African American. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause one, I got a lot of Native American blood in me. I got a lot of, well, unfortunately, European blood in me. So I'm not really African in a way. I mean, probably a majority of my genealogy is coming out of Africa as being a descendant of slaves, but I'm not solely African, and I will be treated as such. You know what I'm saying? So there's barriers and lines, but there's also a classism and also this lineage of wealth and a lot of things that's tied into slavery. You know what I'm saying? Race was also invented as a concept of divide and conquer, and also to separate, and also to in the legal way of a caste system that was that always been an ethnic and a class related issue. So that's really my take. I mean, I'm not just really, like I said, I'm a boycott. I'm not really a boycott. I'm just gonna watch a movie. I'll watch something else. I'll watch some anime. I don't know what I'll do. I'll just do what I'm doing. I haven't really watched movies lately, so. But yeah, that I'm really glad for the awareness we're going on right now with my Black American DOS. And I know a lot of other movements and stuff like that is kind of have a beef with it because the conversation got changed, it got turned. We're starting to look at like, well, who really had a hands in this, and that's really what been seen now. So that's all I'm really want to shine a light to, and I'll get what you got later. All right, one.